My mother told me, son, we're gonna find you a woman. Just be patient, and she'll appear. One of a kind and extremely rare. She'll be a lot like you, and a woman that's true. And she closed her eyes as she said, goodbye. My mother died peacefully, knowing I'd find you eventually. She'd be proud to see my arms around you. There's nothing like being in love, romancing under the stars above. There's nothing like holding hands, strolling along a beach of white sand. When I reach for your hand, chills run up and down my spine, making me know you're mine, oh mine. I wake up to hear your voice, I go to sleep to hold you tight. Heart melts when you say hello, kiss my lips and I lose control. There's nothing like being in love, romancing under the stars above. There's nothing like holding hands, strolling along a beach of white sand. Now you got me swimming in a pool of love, and you got me floating on a cloud above. Run your fingers through my wavy hair, making me feel strong as a grizzly bear. Nothing on earth I wouldn't do. So in love with you, how could I lose? There's nothing like being in love, romancing under the stars above. There's nothing like holding hands, strolling along a beach of white sand. There's nothing like being in love, romancing under the stars above. There's nothing like holding hands, strolling along a beach of white sand. I'm mother prayed to God I'd find you one day. Now you're here, don't go away. Strolling along a beach of white sand. There's nothing like being in love.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back. Happy, what's today? Tuesday? Happy Tuesday after Labor Day, everyone. Wow, it's been a fun day, and we'll fill you in on all of that. It feels like Monday. It feels
I thought it was Monday when you just said that.
It feels like chaos on a Monday morning walking into this studio, but we're back. We're colorful. We're making it work. We're figuring it out. Freddie's not here, so Freddie, I hope you're enjoying your vacation, and hopefully you'll be back soon because it's been a long time, and we do miss you. But Emily is joining me today.
I'm happy to fill in whenever needed, so take your time, Freddie.
I've got Emily Finton, and you weren't here last week, so welcome back.
Thank you.
We missed you for sure.
I missed you guys. It felt like a lifetime since I've been here, and it was just every day being here to a week off. I didn't know what to do with myself.
You went back to work.
Yes, I did. I went back to work and resumed my real life outside of the studio, but unfortunately, real life isn't as fun and as colorful as it is in here.
Jay, aren't you having fun in here? Man, that's what I say every day. Wow, we're having fun. Me and Comcast had a really good time today on the phone. It's been fun. We walked in with no internet. I called them once, twice, called our IT person, Comcast, IT again, Comcast again, and you know what?
A headache.
We still have no internet. So we're making it work, we're figuring it out, and fingers crossed that we're getting the show out to you clearly because we had way too good a show booked not to try to get it out to you live. So
yes, we persist.
We persist, and the crew is great, and Nathan's doing his thing, and Jalen's back, so I'm glad. How was Disney World? Wet? Yes. Wet.
Really?
It was wet. It was a wet weekend. It was wet. It was horrible this weekend here. The weather was, as my grandmother used to say, for the ducks. Only ducks like this weather.
That's cute.
And I actually got out for an hour or two yesterday in the sun, shade, clouds, but no rain. But it was crazy.
I took my dog on a walk, and afterward, his whole belly was just like brown from just walking through the puddles. He was disgusting, and of course, the first thing he did was jumped on my couch. So, great times.
And then we got Sally joining us. I know, so much fun, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's like hurricane, I don't know what it is, it's just bad. But we're getting the show out to you, and we've got a special Tuesday edition. It's kind of like a post-Labor Day transition because we've got Veronica Green of Veggie Vero. So we've got our Monday episode on Tuesday, and we've got Sally Bernard joining us from Call Me Zine. It's usually on Monday. We shifted that to Tuesday, so a whole lot of good stuff. We've got a great show. Helen Archer is on Tuesday, so she will be here. Tinkerbell from Tinkerbell Kids is going to be joining us, and Megan Folk and our very own Joshua Martin. They're going to be doing a set at the end of the show because they are doing an open mic night tomorrow up in Lake Worth. So we're going to get a chance to preview, hopefully premiere and preview their set later in the show. So hopefully that the weather holds out and we can get all of that out to you.
I'm ready. Open mic night. Sounds fun.
Ever been?
No, I haven't. I am not myself musically inclined, so I usually don't go where I'm not that talented.
You could do like stand up.
Yeah.
Ever do an open mic night?
I haven't, but I've been present for them, and they're always a lot of fun to watch. They get kind of silly.
I can do this, but I don't think I could do that because this is really controlled in my own environment. Open mic means you don't know who is out there watching.
Yeah.
Like here, I don't know who's watching, so it's safe. But there, you kind of see who's watching.
Yeah.
So what is it? You stand up and you just sing?
You can sing, open mic night. I think you can do comedy, sing.
Oh, okay.
I think you can do
'Cause
anything
there's no way
you
I
want.
could sing, but
I went to like
maybe
an
comedy?
open mic
can do comedy, Sally.
improv. That is the
Improv,
worst.
Yeah, but
That is so
singing would definitely
scary.
be out for me.
Actually, improv's one. There's always a bit of truth.
You could do improv,
You could do
Michael.
improv for sure.
You
Because
could,
Michael's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yes.
He's always got a clip in his head of what's going on in life. Did they get that clip?
Yeah, do we have that clip?
So they're going to download the clip. So whatever is going on in here, Michael finds me a clip. That's exactly what happened, which means someone else has already seen it, done it, and then he finds it and shares it. Your mind just works that way. I think you have a photographic memory for things.
An eidetic memory.
A what kind?
An eidetic memory is an almost...
Grab that mic.
Oh.
He's going to be on Z3.
An eidetic memory is basically an almost total recall of everything you've read, seen, heard, or experienced.
That is not me.
I could have used that in college.
That is so
That's why
not
nobody
me.
ever plays against me in trivia games.
Oh, wow. Can you imagine?
We're taking him to trivia night and keeping him on our team.
All I can say is, wow.
You're going to do a whole trivia night. You do a whole trivia thing for us.
Actually, I did do that, and our team won, and the winning question was, it was a movie thing about this two-time Olympic gold medal swimmer who was also a movie star, and it turns out to be Johnny Weissmuller, who did Tarzan back in the 30s.
You knew that answer?
In fact, the guy next to me went, how do you know that?
How do you know all of these things?
Because I have no social life.
Yeah, I don't have much of a social life either, but I'm busy catching up. My weekend was taxes, clean my makeup brushes, 3 loads of laundry. Then I clean my makeup everything. And
That's therapeutic, though. I love cleaning my
That sounds
makeup
very
brushes
satisfying.
and everything.
I'm like photographic
Give you my
memory.
address.
I started a book, and I'm thinking this is what because we've got Restoring Light. Titus is going to be joining us next Thursday.
But the trade-off is you can't forget anything bad either.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I did go
Double-edged
see
sword.
True Rumors, Fleetwood Mac tribute band on Friday with our very good friend Eddie Jelly, and that was a Funky Biscuit. So that was a lot of fun.
Funky Biscuit?
Have you been?
No.
You're new here.
No, I don't know
Anyone
what
ever
it
been to
is.
Funky Biscuit?
Yeah, it's a good place. Good.
It's a good place.
Good
It was
fun.
packed. It was sold out, and everyone I ran into there somehow knew me. And I'm like, what? But they didn't know it was me until we started talking. They said, I thought that was you. I know the Brooklyn Cafe show, and then somebody else. And it was just one of these surreal
Of course
things
they knew you. You guys are famous.
that they didn't until we started talking. She's like, oh, I thought you should be on TV, but now I know who you are. I'm like, you're so-and-so? She's like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in years. So it was kind of one of those crazy things, but a great tribute band, which was really nice.
Aw.
You got it?
I think so. We got it?
All right, so take a listen to my morning.
I don't know why you can't call the computer helpline and talk to somebody on this side of the planet. Every time I call the computer helpline, I'm like, hello, this is Kevin. How may I help you today? Sorry, what was your name? Kevin? Kevin. Wow, because if I had to guess, I would have bet your name had 2 less vowels than Kevin. And what is the problem you are currently experiencing? Well, before I called you, it was that my computer was locked up, but now it's trying to understand a damn thing you're saying. And they won't tell you where they are. That's what drives me crazy. I'm like, Kevin, where are you? I'm at my desk. No, where's your desk? It's in my office. All right, Kev, let me put it this way. If your friend showed up to hang out tonight and he arrived driving an elephant, would that be weird? I don't.
And that was my morning. Thank you very much. By the 4th phone call to
That was real.
Comcast, it was, and what is your name, Dawn? Joanne. Hold on 1 minute, Joanne. Let me get back with you. And then she comes back, Joanne. And she continues. She goes, wait again. She comes back, Samantha. So how can I help you? I'm thinking, I know. I'm getting nowhere because now I'm Dawn, Joanne, Samantha, and we still have no internet.
Oh, my
and they're not
goodness.
sending internet out until tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
Oh, my goodness.
So
Oh,
with
my
that,
goodness.
exactly.
That's terrible.
I know. So I guess that's a good thing for Freddie not being here because then he pulls the whole Freddie side and he goes like, he gets irate. So I get irate quietly and then we keep going. But that was kind of how my
We
morning
can
rolled
handle
out.
this.
All right, you had a nice weekend though?
I did. I actually had a similar experience to yours. I went out with my friend and people were asking me like what I do. And I said, lately I've been working at the Brooklyn Cafe show. And this guy was like, no way. I've actually been a guest on it. And I think his name was Max, and he lives in Boca. And these are little things that I gathered
What does
from
Max
him.
do?
I think he's in finance, but he said it was a while ago. But he was like, I actually grew up in Boca. I know them very well. And I was like, my cover's blown.
So did you get his information so we can
I
bring him
did
back?
get his information, yes. He
We'll
was
have to
on a
bring him-
boys' trip, so I don't think he really wanted to talk to me too much about work. But I did get his information, so that was a funny little coincidence too, just like yours. It was super strange, but he was like, yeah, I know Don and Freddie.
That's always
Mind
scary, isn't it?
blown.
All right, so I have to bring Max back.
Yes.
And then Sally, on Saturday or Sunday night, I went out for dinner. One of the oldest houses in Fort Lauderdale. It's not the Stranahan house that they've turned into a museum, but there's 2 other houses, 1902 and 1903. So imagine what was in those houses, right?
Wow.
So they have combined these 2 houses. They're on the New River, which is right near the Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And they've somehow combined them with new construction. There's a walkway and a breezeway, but you can walk from one house into the other house. Beautiful, huge space. But you know what also lives in these houses?
Who did you speak to?
Ghosts.
Yeah. So some
I'm eager
people
to
know
find
this
out.
happens to me, and some people, so they're starting to learn this, and like, well, what are they saying? What are
I'm
they
just
doing?
going to say, what did they say?
Well, and one house didn't have the most wonderful feeling. The other house, I could see them dancing.
Happy house.
It was much more of a happy house.
I feel it.
And then I could see where, so then my sister says, well, what else do you see? I said, well, this used to really be the South, which means there was a lot of things that happened here, just like it happened in the South. She says, what do you mean? What do you see? I said, well, just things that happened in Georgia and South Carolina, unfortunately, happened here as well. So that was there also. So a whole lot of things, but I thought of you. But it was a great house. If anyone's looking for a venue or an event space or a
I
great
see
restaurant.
that they were dancing in one of the happy house. There was a
Yes.
happy house
Do
and
you
a
see
sad
them
house.
dancing?
Yes, I do. Absolutely, as you're talking. They're all dancing. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps.
I know.
Yeah, I see that.
So
I'm
that
getting
was the happy
I don't know
house.
how this is working, but I guess I'm getting your energy of what you saw. Oh, wow.
What is the name of these houses?
We're very strange.
I don't know. It's called, I think it's called the House on the River. I think it's the name of the restaurant. I don't know
Oh,
whether
it's
Oh,
down.
no, I know I know kind of what you mean.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I've
They've done the
seen that.
boardwalk
Yeah.
there. It's really,
Yeah.
really
I
lovely.
I know
to
where it
walk
is, but I
around.
haven't seen those houses.
I walk my dog by
This is a
that.
new thing that they just recently.
They've been there for a long
I mean,
time.
obviously they've been there since the 1900s, but like, is it newly open to the public?
It was open and closed. It's been open and closed a few times. So it's
Okay.
been open again for about a year, but it was closed for like 7 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Is
So
there a
it's-
restaurant near it or something like that? They have like the house on the river. Or
That's
something
where
like
it is.
River.
There's a
River
restaurant.
something.
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
okay. I know
River,
House on the
exactly.
is
river.
the River House is it near where
It
the
might have once
courthouse
been
is?
called the River House.
I
And
know
then
it.
they
It's
changed
near
it.
the courthouse, I think. In
It's
Fort
right near
Lauderdale.
Marcy, yeah.
I know. Not
By
far
that
from
big
Los
pirate
Solos.
ship place. There's
So-
like the big
I see
pirate
it.
restaurant
I see
located
it.
by
Yeah.
it.
They're
So
still
it's
they're dancing
interesting.
in the streets now.
It's interesting to walk, but it's beautiful. And to see what they've done with the houses and the floors and the fireplaces and how they put the new with the
They're
old.
calling it parquet flooring. I don't
Inter-
know. I just
All wood floors, but 1902, 1903, and these houses were large.
Yeah.
These were considered estates. So it's nice to see the historic district being restored. All right, I think we've had a guest in the lobby, so I'm going to go to commercial break, see who is joining us in the lobby, and more to come. We're going to come back and do some cooking with Veggie Vera. We're doing
Yay.
crispy salads, crunchy salads.
Crunchy sprout and seed salad.
Crunchy sprout and seed salad. All right, more to come on the other side of this commercial break. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe Show for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Like and subscribe, as well as to Amp Media Productions. More to come. We'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
AMP Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
You know,
Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at AMP Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Giant comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back.
Dawn and Emily.
Dawn and Emily.
You know, I got to tell you, Michael's, well, I got the guys running the board, but something to be said about girl power, doing what we got to do. Sustainability is what we've got. We've got Veronica Green joining us, Cooking with a Veggie Vero. This cookbook is amazing. The only problem is we need more of it. And we need a second edition because when I got married, they gave me at one of my bridal showers a 5-ingredient or less cookbook. And I really wish I had had your 5-ingredient or less cookbook because there's a whole lot out there than some of the things they gave me. And then a crock pot where everything tastes the same. Mm-hmm. I understand the concept. I raised my kids on it, but this is so much better and so much more colorful.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
So today we are making a crunchy salad with Veronica Green.
Yes. Hi. Well, thank you guys for having me back. Good to be here. So yeah, today is crunchy seed and sprout salad. So sprouts are highly, highly nutritious. They are like little magical powerhouses of nutrition. I don't know if you're familiar at all with sprouts, but they're basically the very first little growth of a seed. Once a seed germinates, you can sprout almost any type of seed or bean. So you actually can sprout your own at home, which I recommend because then you have full quality control. You can make sure it doesn't get moldy. You can do all the proper rinsing. I really highly recommend making your own sprouts at home. It's actually a really fun activity to do with kids. I'm using store-bought today, but we'll talk about some of the different types of sprouts that you can do.
When you sprout at home, is it when you just put the seed in like a wet paper towel?
Well, that's one kind of science experiment way to do it.
That's one way on how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But if you want to do it more in bulk for actually eating, you would put them in like a...
one single sprout.
No, I mean, in a paper towel is fine if you just want to have a science experiment with your kids. But if you really want to have them like for snacking on in your fridge, you do them in a jar. Just take a glass mason jar and you soak your seeds overnight. And then over the next few days, you just kind of do a rinse and drain type of thing so that they don't get moldy. And within under a week, it depends on the type of seed, but like between usually anywhere from 3 to 6 days, you'll have your sprouts and then you just put them in the fridge. It's super easy.
3 to 6 days, you can have a snack?
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love doing that.
What kind of sprouts?
So you can sprout I don't want to say any because there's some that you should avoid, but like some of the most popular ones are broccoli seeds. You can sprout clovers, radish, alfalfa, lentils, chickpeas, millet, mung bean, all different types of beans, seeds, or grains. However, you should avoid sprouting red kidney beans because they have a toxin that they release when they really need to be cooked before consumed. So that's a heads up on that one. And also quinoa is another one that, as healthy as quinoa is, it does, you need to cook it. It can cause nausea and illness if you just try to sprout the quinoa seeds and eat the sprouts. So
good to know.
Yeah, know what you're sprouting before you do it.
Know what you're sprouting before you do it. All right, let's get cooking.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and one other, on that same thought, make sure that you buy seeds that are specifically made for sprouting. Don't just buy, for example, a bag of chickpeas at the grocery store, like dried, and just try to sprout those. Because first of all, you may not have a great success rate with them because they've been through different process. And second of all, they may not be hygienic. The seeds and beans that were delivered to your grocery store were packed by the companies under the assumption that you were going to boil and cook them, and that would kill any pathogens. So they are much more likely to be subject to E. coli and salmonella and things like that. Yeah, so definitely buy sprouting specific seeds. They're handled with care, and it's a different process. You can get them on Amazon even, but there's lots of little independent local retailers that carry sprouting specific seeds as well.
Okay.
But okay, so with that being said, let's make our salad. So this is a really highly nutritious salad, and the base of it is going to be cabbage. We're going to start with some green cabbage. You really can use any leafy green that you'd like. I just happen to really like the crunchiness and the flavor of green cabbage. So this is our base. And I'm going to be making this salad with the kids at the garden tomorrow, actually, so this is good practice. There we go. All right, and then we have some shredded carrots.
Those carrots look good.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we're going to start adding our sprouts. So I'm using alfalfa sprouts.
And you do this with the kids. So
I do. We do a whole lesson about the nutritional benefits and how the food grows from the earth. And then they do their hands-on activity, which is actually cooking and preparing a little snack meal for themselves.
Do you find the kids like the sprouts?
We'll see. I've never made this one with them before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Kids usually, they're more apt to eat something and be more open-minded with something unusual if they are the ones preparing it. You know, if they have their little cutting board and their knife and their bowl and they have their hands involved in the cooking process, they're going to be more into, you know, just open-minded and just more into trying new things. So these sprouts are beet sprouts.
Have you ever had hard-boiled eggs pickled with beets?
Yeah, I have.
Mm-hmm.
I had that when I was away last month, and apparently that's a thing in the Northwest.
I was going to say in Ohio.
Yes.
We pickle everything.
Pickled hard-boiled eggs with beets.
You get your
You made me think of that
purple
with
eggs.
these beets. Yes.
Yeah.
Purple eggs.
Have that color on them.
It's
It'd be
something
fun
that, like,
to do a
grandparents
pickling
love.
class. That'd be kind of
Do a
interesting.
pickling class.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, this is sunflower seeds.
Wow.
Another really great thing about sprouts is that they have digestive enzymes in them that helps everything to just go down easier. So some people have a hard time actually digesting certain beans and like mung beans, for example, or things that normally you might have a hard time digesting. If you're eating the sprouts, they're going to go down a lot easier.
What's a mung bean look like?
Well, actually, I have mung bean sprouts with me. We're going to add those too. These are pumpkin seeds that I just added.
Wow.
These are actually salted pumpkin
I don't even know
seeds.
what a mung bean is.
I don't either.
So it's just another type
Oh, it's
of
like
bean.
a bean.
Yeah.
Like a sprouted bean.
And
Or
this
like
is
a green sprout.
Yeah, and these are the sprouts
Okay, I've seen
of those
those.
beans.
Those are
You've
bean
probably
sprouts.
seen these like in Asian dishes, yeah. Mhm. They have a little fresh crunch, a little pop of freshness to them. You really got to use these pretty quickly. They only last, I don't know, maybe a week in your fridge. They start to get like slimy and they'll smell bad if you keep them too long. You got to use them right away. I just bought these yesterday.
Broccoli does that too.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah. Okay, and then just for like a little bit of sweetness, I'm gonna add some grapes. I really
wow.
I enjoy grapes in the salad because it gives it that little pop of sweetness.
I love this salad. It's like something I've never seen before.
Yeah, I don't often do salads here on the show because I don't like to perpetuate the stereotype that people who are plant-based just like live on salads. That's so not true.
She's
As you-
laughing over here.
as you know, I've come here and made lots of different like very hearty dishes, lots of grains and
Carrot dog.
yeah, carrot dog, rices, pastas. You know, there's so much to eat on a plant-based diet, but every now and then you need a good salad in your life, yeah?
I missed the carrot dog. I'm
I know.
sad.
Very good.
All right. So we got our grapes. I'll just, oops, sorry guys, that's mine. Forgot to turn my phone on silent.
It's like the church bells are ringing.
I know, oh my gosh. That is so obnoxious. I'm sorry. Do you want to grab it? It's right there in the outside pocket.
It was coming from up there.
It's a sign the Wi-Fi is back.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. So we got our grapes, and then lastly, we're going to add in our dressing and mix it all together. So this is, of course, one of my homemade dressings. You know, I love my homemade dressings.
Your dressings are the best.
Thank you. This is a good one. So this is Dijon mustard, tahini, maple syrup, and coconut aminos, and spring water, just shaken up in a jar.
So I tried to make the tofu with the coconut aminos, and a little bit wasn't enough, and then a lot of it was way too much, and then it was like, oh man, so I have to reassess.
I know.
my
I really
tofu
need to
cooking.
give you an actual recipe with like quantities. I realize that I'm bad about that. I always tell you the ingredients, but I haven't given you a quantified like recipe. I'm going to work on that.
So I have to figure out a tofu situation of how I'm going to make it.
Right.
Tofu in general is hard to make sometimes.
Because it just, well, there was no way to cut it neatly because then you have crumbles, which is fine. I don't mind the crumbles. I just got to get the flavor. Veronica makes it so good. I don't know how all the things that she adds to it. I mean, Sally, you were here with her tofu scramble.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Amazing. Whatever she makes is amazing.
Oh, thank
I mean,
you.
I've got crew in here that are always ordering from like these fast food restaurants until you come, and then you come, and they inhale everything you make, and then they go to the fast food restaurants.
Actually, I said to her, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, Veronica.
We want to be veggie-vero.
Oh my
I
gosh.
decided growing up, this thing called adulting, I think I want to take a pause on it and go back to childhood.
Forget about it.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Who wants to grow up? That's so boring.
But yeah, we fought to grow up, and then I'm here and thinking, why did I rush to do this so quickly?
So by the way, the other day, I thought of Freddie because I was in the grocery store and I saw the sugar-free maple syrup that he always asks me about. He's asked me about that several times and asked me if that was like a good option for people who can't do sugar. And I kind of never really knew how to answer that because maple syrup has to have sugar. It naturally has sugar from the maple tree. So I never really knew how to answer that question. I saw it in the store. I took a picture of it, of the back of the ingredients. There is not an ounce of maple syrup in that. It's not maple syrup.
It's all chemicals.
It's all chemicals. I am not a doctor. I understand that some people are like have to really watch their sugar intake, but there's no way that that's healthy. It has all kinds of stuff you can't even pronounce. It says like caramel color, artificial ingredients. It's just maple flavored syrup. So I would say stick with the pure organic maple and just watch your intake. Don't overdo it. So I finally have an answer for him.
Wow.
All right, so this is really good. It smells so good. So if you want, I don't know if are we going to take a little commercial break?
We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and
I'll dish it out.
Serve it up.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right, people can get the recipes on your website, maybe?
Yes, on my website, veggievero.com. And a lot of my recipes are in my book, which is also available on my website, veggievero.com. And all of my other children's books, I have a whole series of kids' books that are all about Veggie Vero, who's a little plant-based superhero who rescues the animals and teaches children about making kind, compassionate choices that reduce our eco-footprint on the planet.
So super cute. Just like you. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to take a quick break. You can get all of her books, Veggie Vero and Veronica Green, on the website, including the cookbook. You have how many books you've written so far?
So it's 6, and then plus the recipe book would make it 7. And then I also have the yoga book, which is an 8th one. It's not part of Veggie Vero. It's like a separate thing. And then I also have the recycling book.
Yeah,
which is
I remember that one
So
too.
9 in total.
That's amazing. It's amazing. All right, more to come. We're going to serve up some lunch and then talk to Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Oh, nice.
All right, you ready? This looks amazing. This is lunchtime. Everyone enjoying it? Sally, good? It's excellent. I feel like you could put raisins and all kinds of yummy things in here.
Wow.
After I was, when I was dishing it out, I realized it kind of it's a little bit like a coleslaw.
I
think that's what made me think like you put cranberries or,
yeah,
right?
Oh yeah,
Or like those little
Cranberries would
crazy
be good
things.
in
That's
that.
what the grapes are so good.
I love when she's
Rebecca,
on
good?
here. We get
I
fed
know.
so well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
did
you
it
can
again.
get really creative with, I mean, obviously it's a salad. You can put anything in it. You could do a little pop of mango in there instead of the grapes, or I know there's a mango allergy in here, so I didn't bring that today. Raisins would be perfect, yeah.
Walnuts.
But Veronica, it's your
Absolutely.
dressing. I'm telling you, I say this all the time. You need to bottle it and sell it. We can
Thank
sell it
you.
here at the cafe. It's got to be way better than some of the other stuff they pour in their food here.
I don't know how long it would last. It could get tricky because it doesn't have any preservatives in it. I mean, it can't just sit there. It kind of is meant to be like used right away.
It's tahini, maple syrup,
Dijon mustard,
yeah,
coconut aminos, and just spring water, and just shake it up.
Amazing.
So I can tell you when I'm going to bring it. We could announce it that it's coming on this particular day at this particular
Salad
time.
dressing is coming.
Come and get it. It needs to be refrigerated and used immediately.
Come and get your salad dressing. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're
Absolutely
welcome.
delicious.
Thank you.
All right, more to come. You ready to talk about September? I'm not going to let you chew, just like Freddie would do. I'm going to let you chew. I'm going to talk. You know, we're in September. Things have been crazy. We're rolling out of Mercury retrograde. The planets are changing. And even on Instagram, I'm scrolling. They're saying, well, if you're this sign, this is what's going to happen. You're coming out of a 16-year cycle. You're not. You are. I don't know. But we've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society joining us. So let's roll her intro, and we'll get right into it. All right, Helen, I'm watching
there.
yesterday. It says 16-year cycles are coming to an end, and I'm thinking, what was I doing 16 years ago? I'm like, I'm doing backwards in my math. I'm like early 40s. Okay, I was still raising kids.
I think I was in elementary school.
So like, I don't know what I was doing that's coming to an end. I don't know if that's good or bad, or if that's even
I
true.
don't really know what the 16-year cycle is supposed to be.
So don't believe what I always see on social media. You got to listen to Helen.
There's a 14-year cycle, which is half a Saturn cycle.
Even something with age of Aquarius, I don't know, but I'm going to ask you, what's happening?
So, okay, so what happened was on Labor Day we had the new moon in Virgo, and that was square Jupiter. And then we have Mercury, which is just coming out of the retrograde, but it's in Leo, so it's in negative aspect to the planet Uranus. So anyway, we have an eclipse coming up on the 17th, so things are starting to get weird, and we're starting to realize what we did wrong with Mercury retrograde. Now, you know, people don't want to listen, and, you know, the world can't stop when Mercury goes retrograde. But really, if you have a choice to not take action when Mercury is going backwards, it's better to just wait, as hard as it is, if you have the choice. Because what happens is you're just going to spin your wheels with Mercury retrograde, and then when it goes forward, everything is just going to fizzle out, and you realize you're going to have to start all over. And some of the projects that you hope to get going are either delayed or just not going to happen. Now, being in the sign of Virgo, Virgo is the sign of detail, of organization, of efficiency, of admin, bookkeeping. So Virgo is very detail-oriented, and now we have to put our nose to the grindstone, and we have to take care of all the details and get things running smoothly and efficiently. And it's being revealed where we weren't smooth and where we weren't efficient, so we're smart enough to make the adjustment.
So that's funny you say that, because we talked last week. I want to do a 90-day calendar of
Right.
goal setting. And that takes us to about Thanksgiving. So I started looking for a 90-day calendar. You know what they give me? A big blank white 3 months. So that means we got to fill it in. So that's what I was doing this morning, was scrolling, because I think we should set goals for the next 90 days. Is this a good idea
Sounds
or
like
not?
a good idea to
I think we
me.
should go to the end of the year.
Okay.
Yes, we need to set goals, but we need to be realistic, and we need to not try to do more than we can physically do. You know, we need to be really analyze the situation and make sure we don't get wrapped up in too many details.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So when should I stop making the hard decisions? You said did you say in like 17 days, or how many days?
So hard decisions, you know, every one of us would like to move ahead. Every one of us would like to plan ahead and get ahead. So we have the eclipses on the 17th, and I think it's the 4th or 5th of October. The first eclipse is in Virgo. So the career aspect for Virgo is highlighted, but we also have Pluto has gone back retrograde into Capricorn, which is an earth sign. Virgo is an earth sign. And so we have a positive trine. We also have Uranus and Taurus, another earth sign, all in positive aspect to Saturn. So now economically, financially, health-wise, we should start to get ahead. And we have Mars tomorrow moving into Cancer. Now, Cancer is a water sign. And as I said last week, for the next 6 weeks, we're going to concentrate on improving our diet, on making any digestive ailments that we have, treating them and curing them by eating a purer diet. And to that effect, I saw on the news that that they were going to start a commission to make food more healthy and get kids more healthy. So the emphasis is going to be on healthy foods, especially for the next 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Only 6 weeks.
Well, no, I mean in general, but you know, especially a focus on it because we're going to have digestive issues crop up if we don't eat a healthy diet.
Because you know what happens? We roll right into Halloween. And then we're into Thanksgiving, and then you're into Christmas and New Year's, and then it's Girl Scout cookie season. So between October and February, you can't win. And if you're a kid, forget about it.
But you have to stick to moderation. You know, if you're going to cheat by having some sugar, then you need to maybe eat more salad, you know, that you need to balance it out. The other issue that we're going to have is we may see an increase in domestic disturbances. So we have to be vigilant. And we also have to be tolerant that we don't become part of it, you know. Disagreements between family members will come up, and we need to moderate them instead of escalate them. So we need to be aware of the fact that we need to be calm, and we need to not have resentments and anger and fear and worry take us over.
All right, so I'm looking at Sally going, how do we do that?
No comment.
I'm sorry, I have to go from my astrologer to my psychic and ask you, how do I do that?
We do that. We do that through meditating. We do that through feeling love. We do that through caring for others and being kind and, you know, paying it forward, like going out of our way to be positive, which is easy to do. But the other reason we're going to be more positive is because financially we're going to start doing a little better.
That would be nice.
I can do that. Be positive and get money in return.
Yes. So
you're pretty positive.
I try my hardest. I've always been told that.
We still have Jupiter and Gemini, so we still want to network. We still want to communicate. We still want to reach out to contacts and family members and brothers and sisters and try to mend any rifts that we have. And just realize, you know, we got to enjoy each other while we're here.
Aww. Last time we spoke, didn't you say something about a food shortage?
Yes, so Cancer is the sign of food. It's the breadbasket of mankind in addition to ruling the stomach. So we should have some food shortages due to weather, due to maybe insecticide in the insects or pesticide poisonings or things like that, maybe diseases. So we have to be, you know, watch out for that. So we have to be careful what we eat and where we buy our food. And like she was saying about the sprouts, we have to buy sprouts that are specific for sprouting. And, you know, it's very interesting that we do have this healthy salad today at the onslaught of Mars going into Cancer. And I remember when I was in college, the macrobiotic diet was a big thing, and we learned about sprouts, and we ate sprouts and ate healthy. And so it's a long history of eating a good diet that, you know, we've been following.
I think it's just the time, and Veronica makes it look so easy that I feel when I get home it could be that easy, and then I look at my refrigerator and say, well, then I got to do this. I don't have the cabbage. I don't have this. My salads are boring. I put lemon on it, and I'm like, I feel like it's just boring. So I think I need like Veronica food plan.
She would be sick if she saw mine.
Oh, gosh. You know, groceries yesterday, $300.
I know.
For two people with not a whole lot of food to actually cook.
And let me tell you, actually, that you brought that up. Sprouts are expensive. So that's another reason why you want to sprout at home if you can. They're pricey. Right. Yeah.
And speaking of sprouts, just as a little aside, I used to have a lot of birds. And, you know, I would buy them seed, and they would eat some of the seed, and they wouldn't eat the rest of the seed. So I took all the seeds, and I dumped them in the yard, and I grew sprouts for the birds, and I would pick the sprouts, and the birds just loved them.
Wow.
Aww.
So sprouts are good for birds, too.
All right, so we have to let go of resentment, the new moon, positive changes?
Meditating, try to contact the higher self and clear out the subconscious. We're really good with that, clearing out the subconscious. And Cancer brings up all those fears and phobias and resentments. And we need to let go of those before we can become a clear channel for a higher power, a higher energy, and a spiritual awakening, which is going to be happening with all these water signs connected now.
Why is it that some people just make you feel that resentment, and then other people make you feel like this is so amazing? Is it just their
Because they're in a
souls?
different vibrational energy.
Yeah.
So the vibrational energy can be followed through the planets. So, if like you are an Aries and you meet somebody who, say, has Mars in Aries, that person is going to irritate you or stimulate you. But in most cases, even if they stimulate you, you'll still feel irritated. Whereas if you come across somebody who has Venus and Mercury in Aries, you're going to feel a bond with them. You're going to feel a friendship and shared interests with them, and they'll give you a better feeling. So it all depends on, how your planets are when you were born and how they relate to the planets of the other person.
Helen, can I ask you about the Chinese calendar? When you go into a Chinese restaurant and they both, this one is compatible, that one, does that coincide with anything that you do? Or is it
The
just
Chinese has the 12 different animals or years of whatever, the dragon, the snake, the monkey, whatever. So that's a personality-based cycle.
Okay.
I haven't really studied as far as how they make predictions with that, but it is a compatibility because of the similar elements. Like if I say, you're a Libra,
Right.
so you're an air sign, and you're compatible with other air signs like Gemini and Aquarius. So for the most part, those three signs that share the element will be compatible, and I think that's how the Chinese astrology works in terms of determining, which years are compatible with which.
I think everybody have a question?
I have a question. I've always wondered, if we are supposed to be with people who we're compatible with, why do we choose our partners that are totally the opposite of us?
Opposites attract, but what happens is if you're opposite, it depends on which planets are opposite. For example, if the sun is in say Aries and the opposite sign is Libra, and you're with somebody whose moon is in Libra, that's a compatibility of the male and female principles, but you won't always agree. But what it is, you need to come together in the middle, and that's what a relationship is, isn't it? Coming together in the middle. So opposites attract, but then there's always outlying planets that are positive, that are bolstering that up and creating more of the normal compatibility.
All right, so what am I going forward looking at? I need some clearance. I need a clear channel. We got things to do, foundations to grow.
So I think mentally, with the Mars in Cancer, the water sign, and the Saturn in Pisces, that we're going to have more of an ease as far as relaxation, and you won't be so stressed out mentally like you have been with the Mars in Gemini.
Amen.
So Mars in Gemini scatters energies. It gets you involved in a lot of different things, so you can't really concentrate on one. And you're determined to be efficient, which is Virgo, so those two are at odds. But now with Cancer going into the water sign, it's positive with Virgo, so now we can move ahead with more ease. And instead of fighting the current, we're going with the current.
All right, I'm ready for that for sure.
Yeah, going with the current sounds nice. I don't want to fight it anymore.
No, we don't want to fight it, so we have to kind of listen to what the
Go with the
planetary
flow, right?
Yes.
influences are saying and not try to go against them, like, trying to get deals done with Mercury retrograde, which is going against the current.
All right, how do people find you?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society. Please join my group, and I post my predictions and my shows there.
Check it out on Facebook, and Helen's with us every Tuesday. All right. Times are going to get better. We're out of Mercury retrograde. We're into our last quarter of the year, just about. Time to do what we got to do.
And we got the 2 eclipses coming up, so changes are on the way. And but positive changes, the changes we've been trying to make, are finally going to move ahead.
Let's pray.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. More to come. We're going to have Tinkerbell join me, and Emily's going to step aside and put her new segment together.
We're
While
gonna
Tinkerbell, we're
try.
going to flip the setup a little bit, talk to Sally, and then maybe Rebecca will even say hello. So more to come. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got coverage with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW, and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
The owners of Amp Media Productions and the Brooklyn Cafe show, Don and Freddie S., are excited to announce the launch of its new nonprofit educational charity, the Amp Media Futures Foundation. This foundation gives college students the tools that they need by providing them hands-on learning experiences in business, marketing, communication, and media creation. To donate or volunteer, contact AMP2 Media Productions by email at info@ampfutures.org.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, we are back. We're changing sets. I'm here with Tinkerbell of Tinkerbell's Kids while Emily is off putting her... Sally, what segment, Michael, what's the segment called that she's putting together? True Crime Stories. It's a true crime segment she's putting together. So she's doing that. She's got 15 minutes. Veronica's cleaning. We're moving sets around. A little bit busy here. But my very good friend Tinkerbell is joining us of Tinkerbell's Kids. And we've had the pleasure of going down to the Miami studio and putting our foundation with their foundation and really bringing some life to see what these kids do with Wes and media. Oh my gosh, it was amazing what they did. And I haven't seen you since then.
Oh goodness, that's 2 months.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
And Tinkerbell is also a Holocaust survivor, so she's doing some great things and bringing awareness to, I guess, educating the next generation and sharing stories.
You know, we're talking about joy. How do you experience joy after you've gone through incredible trauma? because my family was all exterminated. There's no other way to say it other than those words, and they sound horrible. But I think life goes on, into making this a better world. You have to take whatever your experience has been, and I like that you brought that up today, because you have to take your experiences and make it work for the positive in the future. So what it did for me is, although I lost my entire family and I had to live in 7 countries to come to the United States to get in legally, we have all these people trying to come into the United States, and so many people complain about the United States. But for all of us who came from another world, from another country, from a world where crime and anger and disappointment is an everyday part of life, coming to the United States where you can be anything you want to be, anything. I work with children of prisoners. I know that we can make a difference in everybody's life if our life is good, if we're positive, if we believe that the world is a good place to be. Because I think that what you were saying before was that some people have such a negative outlook on life. And if you surround yourself with people who have that outlook, because it's interesting to listen to them anyway, even though you may not want to go there, but you end up going there if your exposure is continuously about negativity.
Yeah.
So you have to keep finding things in your life that make it positive, that makes your life. And so how do you do that? You know, it's not that easy, but you have to start off your day by feeling healthy.
How do you start off your day?
I start off my day. You know what I'm getting to, right?
I know, all right.
Okay, I have to get off this bench to start off my
ready?
day.
This is how Tinkerbell starts off her day.
Now, I've started off my day this way, and I've met with a state representative. I won't mention her name yet until she allows me to mention, doing the same thing with her. And now I'm going to do it with Dawn and the rest of you if you want to. But I start off my day in a positive way. I hate working out, but I love having fun. So I created a dance, and it's called Tai Chi Twerk. So it started out with Tai Chi lessons. I've had Tai Chi pretty much for the last 30, 40 years of my life. So let me tell you how old I am. I'm going to be 80. So to start your life for the last 40 years like this is I start with the Tai Chi move.
You've done this for 40 years?
I've done this 40 years.
Wow.
40 years. That's why it doesn't go away. Your body wants to go there. You know, like your body wants to go there. You go into your Tai Chi move. You can't see my legs very well, but believe me, they're bent, and they're bent pretty low. And most people can't even do this to start with. But I go pretty low because that's what Tai Chi is. Tai Chi is the movement of balance, meaning you go from one leg to the other because you're experiencing, it's called shift your weight.
Okay,
So
I'm going
bend down
low?
as far as you can,
Okay.
shift your weight, and then slowly move your hips. Okay. Move your hips because moving
Sally,
your
you
hips.
want to try this?
Oh, well, come on. Anybody else here in the audience, please
not
sit.
trying it.
All you got to do is try
Veronica's
it.
going to try this with us.
Believe me that 1 minute of this will
Okay.
make you tired. You spread as far as you
kinda
can.
like shoulder?
Some
Oh,
people
even further?
Yeah, you can, some people spread it less. And when you first get started, you spread a little bit. As you go further on, you spread your legs some more. And I know it doesn't
What do you do
sound
with
good if
your
it's on
booty?
radio.
You put your booty
Your
out?
booty starts to move. So your booty is moving from side to side, slowly. And then you go to the back a little, to the front a little, side, and then speed it up.
We need Skylar
Speed it
in
up.
here doing
Speed it
a
up.
video.
Speed it up. Speed it up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go, 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 go.
And I'm doing this in
And
heels.
you got it. I mean, that 30 seconds of this brings blood to your heart.
Can we do this to music?
Yes, of course I do it to me. At home, I don't do it with
And I
music.
stand up, my knee pops.
Because I'm
my
in the
ankle pop.
bathroom looking at the mirror, right? And I'm doing 5 minutes of this every single morning. So.
And you're in heels too.
Yeah.
Wow.
The idea is Tai Chi is a very calming, relaxing exercise, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you start off by the Tai Chi movement, but your legs will hurt.
My legs will hurt. This
They
is
will
like
burn.
more than a leg
They will
workout.
burn,
That's
yes.
crazy.
5 minutes of this,
I can
but you start
do legs
with 1
for
minute.
an hour, and this is more painful than that.
Oh, yeah.
You just swing from side to side?
From side to side, slowly at first, because
Okay.
you're doing just
Well,
this
she can still
shifting
do
weight.
it. Look at her.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
still doing it. I haven't stopped yet.
And I keep getting up.
Shift your weight. Shift your weight, like in Tai Chi. Lift your arms above your heart. Okay, do it again. Sally, you're going to try it Lift your arms again? above your heart. So what Tai Chi does is relax you. What this does, puts you in the relaxing moment, allows you to do your shifting of weight, but then you start moving your hips. Move your hips, and then speed them up, 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 speed them up. And that brings all the blood to your heart, that brings it to your brain. So if you start off your day by doing 5 minutes,
okay?
You start off your first week, don't do more than a minute.
Okay.
Second week, 2 minutes. Takes you 5 weeks to get to the 5. And then you can increase it if you want, but you don't need to. Because look what, well, I've been doing it for
That's some good
maybe I
cardio.
did it 7 minutes.
That's some good cardio. I got to
But this
tell
is my
you,
third one today.
your legs
So
feel
the
it.
maximum time is 5 minutes? Or you
Sally,
can do
start
5
with
minutes
like-
is enough.
Sally, start with like 30 seconds.
Thank you.
Start off really low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But remember, the faster you go, the more blood you're pumping to your heart.
Yeah.
The
Tai
more
Chi
you
is
pump to
good.
your heart, the more it pumps to your brain.
Right.
And then I sit down and I do crossword puzzle.
Um,
So you got to make your brain work,
yeah, I
your
do
heart
that here.
work,
I do that here, so that's okay.
your legs work. Now, if you do like 2 minutes the first time, you will experience the heat in between your legs.
Yes.
Well, not that kind of heat. Well, maybe.
I don't know. I'm over the 55 point. I can't tell you about that.
I'm 80 and I can
know.
tell you about it. Well,
So
I'm not
gonna
80.
give
I'll be
my
80 in
age.
April.
I'll be 81 in October, so.
No way.
as
Oh
you
my
said.
goodness.
So
Good
I'll
for
start.
you.
I'll start slowly.
Good for you. Start slowly. And then you have a good meal. You know, life about, when they say take care of yourself first, it really means that. Be healthy first. Mentally, this helps the mental. Physically, the food, good food. Don't eat junk. You know, do your, sprouts. I do my own sprouting. And I do my own yogurt.
Wow.
They're so easy.
How do you have time to do all of this
I don't
and
know.
work with this enormous foundation? You're helping, almost 300 families between here and South Carolina. How many kids for 30 plus years? And you do your own sprouting, you make your own yogurt, and you've got new state representatives you're working with and growing and working with Holocaust awareness. All right, how do you do all this?
So, to be a Holocaust survivor, you can be one of two things, just like anybody else on earth. You can talk about your pain, or you can talk about how you got past it and how you make the life a little bit better because you've gone through it. So the way I make my life a little better, because then I can give to a lot of other people. That's why I can give so much, because I take so much. I take so much from the people around me because I choose people that are wonderful. Dawn, you're in my life because you're wonderful.
Thank you.
And the people that I meet here are here to share their lives with the rest of the world, and that makes your world better. So the more you share about yourself, so I'm not a big fan of people who are quiet and reserved, only because you can't know them. There's too many secrets they're hiding. So that's the only thing that I have difficulty with is when people do not want to share. So I'll give you a great example. Here I am, a Holocaust survivor, and this young lady walks in to interview me about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And she's asking me questions like for a half hour. At the end of the half hour, I said to her, what do you do for a living? She goes, I'm going for my PhD, so that's part of my PhD. I'm studying international criminal justice. At the end of the interview, after I've shared all of me, I said, you can't leave until you share you. And she goes, well, people don't usually ask me that, and I'm very shy and a little introverted. And I go, well, I don't give a lot of hoot about you being shy and reserved. You just spent 45 minutes interviewing me. I want to know about you. She starts telling me about herself and how she wants to change the world, but doesn't know how to start. Today, this week, this young lady who said, the only thing that you cannot ask me is to speak in public. This young lady, 2.5 years later, is in Singapore, has chosen her career to be children of prisoners, which is what we do, and is speaking in front of hundreds of people in Singapore.
Wow, that's amazing.
And her life has changed. If you don't share, if you don't find people that want to hear what you got to say, change what you got to say. there's something wrong with what you're doing, or something wrong with what you're saying, or maybe you're not saying it enough, or maybe you're not saying it to the right people. So remember that everything you choose in your life, everything you do in your life, does affect others, whether you like it or not. You affect other people just by being on this earth. So by not sharing who you are, you're keeping that. You're keeping people from learning. And I believe that I was put on this earth to learn how to be better, to learn how to give more, and to learn how to love more people. Now, honestly, I love a lot of people. I don't like everybody. I have to be honest, right?
Yeah.
I don't like everybody, but I love everybody. So I will help anybody that needs help in the amount of time I'm given on this earth on a daily basis. And that's what gives me a lot of joy.
Amazing. And you help so many people.
Well, so many people have helped me.
I so agree with you, Tinkerbell. I mean, now I've given my age out, and I'm busier now than I've ever been in my life. And I'm also, what keeps me going is my passion, and that is to spread my word and my story. We just started within the country clubs or the retirement centers. People, oh, excuse me, people say, "Why? Oh my God!"
And here she goes. This is when the angels start telling her, "You sure you want to say this?"
They're telling me to stop talking, but you do it. It doesn't matter what age.
She's going to sneeze again.
You know what? I'm glad that she mentioned her age, because a lot of people don't want to mention their age after 60. In the meantime, I think we live a lot more after we've learned a lot more. So how can you learn a lot more when you're 18? You have to keep learning. Like this morning, the state senator, her name is Marie Woodson, and she is the state representative, not senator, state representative. And so I can't imagine somebody be busier than her. And she said to me at the end of our meeting that was supposed to be half an hour, 2 hours later, she said to me, "I would like to be on your board."
Wow. That's amazing.
So, and you know what? We had just finished twerking. We had done the Tai Chi twerk. So twerking is considered a dance only performed by some people. But it's a dance from the heart and from the soul and from movement and from making your brain healthier. Your brain can only get healthier if it expands, if it learns, if it gets a lot of air, right? All of you that work with that understand that that's what it's all about, right?
So what are you finding with your kids? Do they share who they are? Is that a goal that you're working towards? Because for them to share their life of a parent being incarcerated, coming out, we've met some whose parents have actually come out of prison.
Yes.
What's it like for them? Is the goal for them to share their story or not?
No. What my goal, and it turns out to be the organizational goal since I'm the founder, is to have children share about the things they want to share, same as us. There are parts of our life that we're going to keep private and maybe keep it private forever, and that's okay. But sharing the essence of the person is really important. So when the children come to one of our events, you only met about 27 of them or 23 of them that day, but sometimes we have 40, 50, 70 kids, and to get them to share in public is not necessary. What is necessary is for them to share with someone they trust. So we teach them to open up with someone they trust. We have a lot of volunteers. We do background checks on the volunteers because we want to make sure that nobody has been in trouble before. But also, more importantly, if they're going to come more than once, we want to make sure that they have the child at heart. The most important part is the child. We're in the process of training a brand new one. She is from our building, and a very young woman, and she's 26 years old. And she moved into our building and said, "You know, I found out at the board meeting for the building that you work with children of prisoners." She goes, "I'd like to get involved. What does it take to be involved?"
Wow.
All you have to do is care enough about someone else, sometimes more than about yourself. That doesn't mean you let go of your needs and your feelings. It means that for that moment that you're with your child, your needs and your joys should be that child, what that child needs. And if you can't do that, then you don't belong being a volunteer. You don't belong working with kids.
And what's next? You're doing some legislation. You're moving on up. You're going to.
Well, to tell you the
DC?
truth, I don't know if I told you this. When I started the very first program more than 30 years ago, almost 35 years ago, I used to work for the U.S. Attorney's Office. I was the international interpreter for narcotic conspiracy trials. And after doing that, I decided, oh my God, we're extraditing all these people from other countries. Now I'm telling you, I'm in my 20s, right? Extraditing these people from other countries. And what are they getting in return? So I asked them, I said, what do you get by coming to America when you didn't even want to be here to begin with, and here you got extradited? He says, well, I like that I'm in America being tried under American laws, because in my country, look what they did. They pulled out my nails. In my country, they put electrodes to my balls. In this country, you don't do that. And I said, well, is there something that's missing in your life now that you are in a country you want to be in? And I'm talking about people who've been arrested, are going to go to prison, or they're going to cooperate with the government. They're not going to be living this normal life initially. And they say, yes, I miss my children. And I go, amazing. This guy may end up in prison forever. This other guy may end up going to death row. This other woman may end up never leaving the prison. And the first thing they talk about is their children, who they don't see. We have the privilege of, if we have children, of getting up every morning and having that hug, and every night having that hug. Well, they don't get a chance for years and years on end. And I went, wow, you don't see your children for how long? And then I started looking at American prisons and started finding out that people in the United States don't see their children either. Because if the girlfriend's got the kids, she doesn't want to bring them to him. She's got a new boyfriend. If the ex-husband has the kids, he doesn't want those kids visiting the ex-girlfriend or the ex-wife. So we had similar issues here in the United States where they don't get visited. The kids get punished when the parent committed a crime. So a parent committing a crime, the way we address it with the children is, your dad or your mom made a big mistake, and now they're paying the price. You don't have to pay that price. We're going to take you to visit your parents. We're going to take you and do a party every time we go to visit your parents. And we're going to take care of you until you get to where you want to go. So it's reaching their goals. And to reach their goals, yes, they have to share. They have to share with someone they trust. You don't want to share with someone you don't trust.
I don't share with anybody.
I happen to trust everyone.
You share with everyone.
I know. I don't care.
Well, it's amazing.
I really, really believe that the more you share about yourself, the more other people can say, oh my God, I never want to do that. Or I never want to be like her. And that's the option I accept.
Sally shares a lot. You do that a lot.
I do too, absolutely. I relate very much to what you're saying, very much so, although my voice went for a second.
Because Monday you were sharing.
I don't remember. But,
everything.
Yeah.
Anyone who said something said, well, I can relate to that. This is my story. And this is my story. And this is what happened with my mother. And this is what happened when my daughter passed. And
again, I don't, because when I do these, I don't always remember what I've said, but I think a couple of people have told me that too, yes, yeah.
But a lot of great things are happening. Tinkerbell's Kids, if people want to get involved, learn more, how do they do that?
Tinkerbell's Kids is a program for children of prisoners, and that's the name of the program, Tinkerbell's Kids. The name of the organization is SVC, Silent Victims of Crime, and since we don't like to address the kids under that label, we call it Tinkerbell's Kids. And the way to get involved with us is either by being a volunteer or to donate or to be somebody who wants to provide some programming or partner with us on any level because you have your own nonprofit like you do, and you know how much we love that. We loved so much working together with your organization and mine.
It was great.
That we got to do a lot more of that because in your case, your kids are older.
Yep.
So your kids really can help our kids.
It's funny, I do call them my kid. Even you, I call my kid, but.
Isn't that interesting?
You're a big kid at heart, exactly.
Well, we call them kids if they're anywhere under 60 because I'm 80. So I call anybody under 60 my kid.
There you go. You're still one of the kids, Michael.
My son is 60.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, I'm hoping Emily is ready to present something. So we're going to see what Emily presents, have a chit-chat.
She says no.
No, then we're going to talk to Rebecca when we come back. More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and Emily's too. We're going to be right back.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami.
With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
Teach by example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
You know,
Artist Loft.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Giant comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back, but before we talk to a new friend of the studio, you want to give out your phone number?
Yes. I give you my number because I want to make sure that if anybody's interested in helping out with children of prisoners, remember these children have never been in trouble, but their parents may be in prison or may have just come out of prison, but they work with us from 5 to 10 years minimum, so you know we need a lot of volunteers. Our phone number is 305-482-3339, and it's SVC S for Sam, V for Victor, C for Charlie, at silentvictimsofcrime.org if you want to look at our webpage. SVC at silentvictimsofcrime.org. And the program is called Tinkerbell's Kids. I'm the founder, and I am Tinkerbell.
And she's a twerker.
And I'm a
Tinkerbell
twerker.
twerks.
Tai Chi twerk. It's
Tai
different
Chi
than regular
twerk.
twerking.
Still hurt your legs, though. It's a great workout. I'm going to try it. Sally, we're going to start every day with that. Helen, you too. We can do like an accountability buddy thing.
Absolutely. I'll bring flat shoes and all.
Well, the state senator said she's going to walk in every morning, and with her staff, they're going to do Tai Chi twerking.
All right, Michael, we're going to start twerking every morning.
There's something going on over there.
I think that someone must be in the other studio. All right, we've got a new friend of the studio. Helen was not going to be able to make it today, something with her car, but her good friend Rebecca Stern decided to join us. So I'm excited because Rebecca happens to be a Reiki master, which fits right into what we do here in the studio in spirituality and wellness. So welcome, Rebecca.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Dawn. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh, it is our pleasure. So tell me what you do.
Yes, so basically I do Reiki. I'm a Reiki master teacher and have been for the past 3 years. And I've practiced Reiki for the past 8 years. And so it's been a wonderful spiritual journey. And Reiki, if you don't know what it is ancient Japanese spiritual practice. And it helps promote healing on a physical, mental, spiritual, and mental level. So basically, you have sessions, or you can learn how to do Reiki and be attuned to the energy. So it's a wonderful healing modality. It's actually practiced in over 800 hospitals in America alone.
Wow.
And so it's a wonderful thing to teach and to help give sessions. And so
I didn't know it was in hospitals.
yes, actually people that are in hospice need comfort to get to the other side. And so they basically have Reiki practitioners come in and help with things like that. It can be performed on animals as well. I've worked on dogs and cats before, even on a Zoom session. So it's wonderful to see the reactions from people. I'm also half Native American. I have Creek and Cherokee blood. And so I help clear chakras as well. I'm into sound healing and all kinds of things in that realm. So
For those of us who don't know exactly what Reiki does, is it a surgery of some sort because you're doing it in hospitals?
Oh, no. Basically, when you learn Reiki, you are attuned to the energy. So it's almost like a little bit of lightning that comes into your system. And we have hand chakras as well as feet chakras, to where I actually have divine energy flowing through my system from my hands, and it goes into the person or the animal. And so the person can feel the elevated heat in my hands when the energy is going through. And you either hover above the person if they're not comfortable with touch, or you can place hands on the person. But it's not massage, it's just placing of the hands. And so all kinds of reactions can happen.
And you can clear chakras with it also? With the heat from your hands?
Well, the chakra clearing is more of a Native American process.
Okay, wow.
So,
wow. And how do you do that?
That's basically involves reaching into the aura and going into focusing on each of the energy centers. There's like 7 major energy centers down our spine, and clearing it out through stirring up the energy with the intention of swiping it off of the body to remove other people's energy. You can pick up energy out in public just walking around, and you could feel emotions that are, let's say, volcanic in nature. And if you feel that, it usually has to do with other people's emotions that are attached to your aura. So it's a good cleansing process to use, and you can use it with crystals like selenite is good for clearing the auric field. And so, and I also recommend...
Does that ever happen to you?
No, but when I first walked in and I introduced myself, you mentioned that you do construction.
Yes, I do that
and
as well.
I said, how do you do this chakra stuff while you're doing construction? Or are they separate?
They're 2 separate worlds, but one, yeah,
So
they
you mean you have
intertwine.
2 different lives?
Yeah, well, technically, but
like
not
so
a double
many of
life.
us.
But,
Right.
but yes, I've been in the construction industry over 20 years, so I help contractors and real estate developers to present their qualifications for multi-million-dollar projects. as well as my extracurricular activities in Reiki.
Two separate, totally different worlds.
They are, but it's been a wonderful time, for the past 8 years learning Reiki and then being in the industry for 20 years. So I think it's helpful and beneficial in a lot of different ways. And it just makes you a better rounded person, well-rounded.
It's really interesting because they don't seem to even like blend with each other. So I guess when you finish your day, it's more like meditation. You go into another realm. Is that it?
Well, what I was going to say before was basically because of being Native American, I've also been taught the grounding process. If you don't know what that is, it is getting connected, your own magnetic field connecting with the Earth's electromagnetic field. And so when you take your shoes off on soil, sand, or grass, and you spend any time from, let's say, 15 to 30 minutes a day, you can clear things from your auric field magnetically, and you actually start to feel better and lighter, like the burdens of the day have just dissipated from you. And it actually is shown on thermography scans that the grounding process actually reduces inflammation. And so there's documentaries available on YouTube. There's a 15-minute version and a 1-hour version if you want to get more in depth. But it shows actual scientific results that it helps.
So let me get this picture. So you wake up in the morning. Now you learned a new trick, which is the Tai Chi twerk.
Do it outside.
Yes,
only
thank you
does,
for that.
Takes 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You can do it any time during the day, right, outside.
Thank
As
you.
a matter of fact, what I do is I open up my door and I let the fresh air in while I'm doing it. I don't have my doors closed. Or I do it in the bathroom where everything is closed and I just contain it right in there. So you go from doing the Tai Chi twerk, then you go and quickly take your shower, get dressed, put on your other outfit. Do you have to wear a top hat or anything like that?
Oh, no, not at all.
Definitely not a top hat. A hard hat.
Oh, yes, I do have a hard hat.
That would be pretty cute, showing up in a top hat. And then you go from there, rush home and go into your chakras.
Well, no, sometimes I start my day at the beach or at the coffee shop or what have you. And it just depends on the projects that I'm working on. I have one glass client that's local manufacturer in Pompano Beach. It's Global Impact Products. So if you ever need help with impact windows and doors, we have a superior product line.
There's the other person just came out.
There you go. The business side came out.
There's so many aspects to business that I focus on, different contractors that I work with, and sometimes I get to meditate later on in the day. I go to Reiki circles and give sessions that way. I do private sessions. I can teach classes, so I just have a lot of capabilities.
And do you have a family at home?
No, ma'am. I am single, and
Good to know,
I have
right?
a cat, but no children.
I
so.
found it interesting that you said construction because I didn't know that you're in construction. But
Yes,
when
ma'am.
you started talking about the body, to me, I visualized construction because that's
Yes.
what you're doing.
Yes, it has to
You're
do with building
tuning up.
and
Yeah,
unbuil-
absolutely. So I looked at it very differently when you said, but then I was
Fascinating.
surprised well, not surprised. I mean, you have another life too. But to me, the construction part made sense.
But
Yes,
Helen, I
thank
think
you.
you guys can do a seminar together
We could.
because there's so many things that you do, but then if there's a blockage where people are picking up energies like, hello. I mean, there are places that I go into that my family now knows I should not go into, like parking garages, Wynwood, this house, old, where was I? Up in Canada, Montreal. Old cities, old towns for me, I become like this sponge. And then it's a whole cascade of events on clearing the energies and how to clear them and how to recognize who it is and what it is that's doing what it does.
Yes.
But not everyone feels like I feel. There are people that walk around this world and they don't feel these things.
Yes, they are.
So then there are people like me who need to call you and say, Rebecca, how do I take care of this? Because it does change how I feel, my moods, resentments, because then I know it's not me, there's something else that's causing it, but then I don't know what to do with it.
You're right.
It's so important to bring this out because I have the same situation as you. I'm an empath, and that can take in a lot of energy.
I do.
But there are many empaths out there that don't know what's happening to them. So
Yes.
I think it's so important what you do to bring in, the energy that they're taking in. and they don't know where to go. I mean, I'm not putting down the medical profession, but
No,
they
never.
would
That's
know.
not medical. It just makes you
They
feel
wouldn't
funky,
know
right?
if they go and say, these things are happening to me. But if they hear you talking, or people like us that are bringing this out, they'll go, oh, that's right, I need to call somebody that can get rid of this. So it's a very, very important service.
Yes, thank you.
Are there ways that you
I
can
agree.
teach people to do it for themselves?
Yes.
There are.
The first level of Reiki is just for self-healing, self-love, and then when you go into 2 and 3, the mastery level, that's more about helping people and also sending it long distance.
Can you give a mini demonstration of how you would help yourself?
Yes, but you'd have to be attuned to the energy in order to feel it. So it's not, I can teach you how to do it, but it's basically placing the hands on the head, over the eyes, then the ears, then it works down into the neck and the shoulders. The deltoid muscles are actually the circuit breakers for the energy in the body. So if you massage them, 15 clockwise circles on each side, that helps as well. But that's not really part of Reiki.
See what you learn when people start sharing?
Yeah, and then you get into the heart space of the feeling and the forgiving, because grief can be stored in the lungs in that region. Your solar plexus is your power center of your body. The sacral is about emotions and relationships. And then the root chakra is in the nether region, basically, and it's has to do with safety and money and home and that type of
Thank
stability.
you. That was, by
Thank
the
you.
way, extremely helpful, because, you know, I'm imagining all kinds of things that you're doing to yourself or to somebody else that may not be even closely related to what you just showed.
Well, thank you.
So thank you. It was
I
very
appreciate that,
helpful with
Tinkerbell.
showing a little bit. Thank
Yes.
How do people reach you, find you?
If you would like to either schedule a class, or if you would like a session or a series of sessions, please text me at 954-234-6207. And then you could also reach me by email if that's more convenient for you. My email is rlstewart, STEWART 007 @gmail.com.
Wow, so fascinating. So I think we need to
Thank
put
you.
something together with the two of you. Or 3 of you. Sally, you included.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's so many things we can do.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the first time that, I don't know, entity, spirit, whatever we want to call it, the first time it happened to me, I didn't know what it was. Now I know when it's going to happen. Like at that restaurant, I knew it was coming next. But now I'm prepared for it. But sometimes they're not good preparations, and it gets all kind of funky inside of my body. I know I shouldn't overshare this, because then people are going to think I'm crazy. But if you see what has happened to me in the past, when before I knew what it was, and I started like doing all kinds of weird stuff,
That's
it was
why
like
I was saying it's so important,
crazy.
because there are so many people out there that don't realize what's happening to them and why is it happening. That's
why I try not to go to
so
Wynwood, yeah.
important to share this.
Thank you.
We
Not to go
definitely
to
need a
Wynwood.
program to bring it out so that people listening are going,
Helen's
what are
looking
they
at me.
talking about?
Wynwood and me, Helen, have issues sometimes. Isn't that funny? She's
I
looking.
think it's really interesting to me also that the 3 of you all work with the mind that affects the body, and understanding more of what you know is so helpful to other people like me. I've never experienced any of them, and that's because I'm not open to it probably. You know, I'm too busy maybe from morning till night, but being busy is not a good excuse for not knowing that there's so much more going on.
See, but you live in a high vibration,
I
so
was
for
gonna
you,
say
this is
that.
like
I'm
natural.
I'm
Yes,
actually
it's natural.
surprised, not surprised, but you're on such a high vibration that I thought there would be no way that you wouldn't be. You are doing it. You're just probably not
just don't know
aware
you're
that
doing
you're
it.
doing it. You are. You're
Very
extremely everything. I mean, everything tells me that you know what's going on.
Well, I think that having lived in 7 countries, which is part of my life, and each time you get to a new place, it's no different than somebody who lives in a different city or a different address. You're always meeting new people, new expectations, new way of experiencing things. Living in 7 countries, I think, has made me very sensitive to the differences in people and me. So I never, ever, ever feel critical of anybody else's lifestyle. I always feel like, oh, that's so interesting. I never feel threatened by it, and that's been helpful in my life. And I think that if more of us could do that, just allow other people to be who they are, and not only find it annoying, but find it interesting to watch other lifestyles. Because here I'm in one room, and look what we're experiencing just amongst the five of us, even you. You know, you were standing there. You're experiencing everything we're all talking about.
This happens
You
all
are
the
so
time
sensitive.
when we get together in the
Yes.
cafe. It's amazing.
Yes.
Isn't
What
it?
is your
Yeah,
name
absolutely.
again? Michael. Thank you. I'm watching you, and it's giving me a lot of different experiences. Just watching you. It's
You
amazing.
ready over there, Josh? Your singer's not here, I know. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, she told me she was coming at 1:30, but we'll see what rolls out. Josh and Megan are doing an open mic night tomorrow, so we're going to try and get a precursor to it. So let's see if she rolls on in. More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Has your heater busted, computer crashed, appliance broken? Then you need ARW Home.
Life's been pretty worry-free since I got covered with ARW Home. Don't waste thousands of dollars on air conditioning, appliance repair, and replacements. Save that money with ARW Home. Protection plans that cover household appliances, systems, and electronics.
My air conditioning broke on a Sunday. I called ARW and they came out and fixed it right away.
Get your free quote today. Call or go to arwhome.com now.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
The owners of Amp Media Productions and the Brooklyn Cafe show, Don and Freddie S., are excited to announce the launch of its new nonprofit educational charity, the Amp Media Futures Foundation. This foundation gives college students the tools that they need by providing them hands-on learning experiences in business, marketing, communication, and media creation. To donate or volunteer, contact AMP2 Media Productions by email at info@ampfutures.org.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we are back. You know, the funny thing is, when I started working with Freddie, and Hurricane Maria came and his mom passed away, we were moving from a studio that was this big to a studio that was like this big. And I didn't know how to do anything. All I knew was how to sit on this side of the camera. And I vowed, and it was just he and I and he would do all the tech. And I vowed from that moment forward, so I would always learn how to get us out on air. It may not be perfect, but I knew from that point forward I would need a crew. And I started that day with an intern. And then unfortunately his mom had passed and he was out of town for like 10 days, no contact. And that's how this whole program started. He was in Puerto Rico from Hurricane Maria. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't even know how to run a wire. I didn't know internet. I knew nothing about the back end of this. And from that forward, we've had hundreds and hundreds of interns. And that is how the program has grown for the past 7 years to now the foundation. And I'm sitting here with you and all these amazing guests, and that's on this side of the camera. But what people don't see is what goes on that side of the camera. The amount of people that are moving around. I've got a new fall crew, and they're on day 2. And some of them, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me like, what? I mean, brand new crew. And to see it happen and it evolves and what they're doing, because right now we're running the show on my hotspot because we have no internet, because that's the beauty of business, I guess. And then I get my OGs like Josh and Megan and Jalen to bring some amazing music to you all. So by the grace of God, and you're sitting with me and Sally, it all comes together.
Cannot wait to hear it.
Always so easily, but I'm watching you all going, wow, this is just incredible. This is a product of a lot of years of hard work with this crew, and they're just amazing. So from the bottom of my heart, guys, you have been all so spectacular. For the past 3 weeks, Freddie's been in and out, more out than in, and you guys keep me rolling and going. So thank you for all of that. So Tinkerbell, thank you for joining us.
It is totally, totally my pleasure. You know that.
Amazing. More to come. We're going to talk about foundations and how we're going to bring Aunt Media Futures Foundation with Tinkerbell's Kids and SVC. And Sally, thank you. And I'm going to take you all out with a treat because we got Megan Folk and Joshua Martin joining us tomorrow. They've got a special event. We're going to have you guys fill us in on what's happening.
Hey, don't be. You're on E3. Oh, and we got the background too.
Wow. It's extra fancy, okay. Yeah, we are doing just a little gig. We've practiced a few songs, just kind of jamming out. And it's going to be at Propaganda.
Yeah, Propaganda, Lake Worth, downtown Lake Worth.
Yeah. So, you know, just something fun to do, enjoying the music as we both do. So Josh is amazing at guitar, so he is. He's really good, so.
They've been working really hard. They've been here, gosh, late nights on Thursday nights when we're wrapping up. You guys, I know, we're here till about 10:30 at night practicing. So thank you for giving us a little glimpse into your world. I'm going to have them take us out. More to come. We're going to see you tomorrow, hopefully 9 a.m. drive time. Tinkerbell, I'll see you soon. Sally, I'll see you soon. And you guys, good luck tomorrow. It's a little choppy, so I'm going to try and see how we roll out. We're going to try. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone.
Michael.
It's not warm when he's away.
It's recording though, right?
Sunshine when he's gone. This house just ain't home anytime he goes away. Wonder this time where he's gone. Wonder if he's gone to stay. I'm off. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and he's always gone too long. Anytime he goes away. And I know, I'll leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when he's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join.
We're back. Surprise. It's not over.
That was a little glimpse.
Yes. All right, we're going to sing you some a classic by Amy Winehouse. So here we go.
Sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, Valerie. can I come to? The whole world is open, a playground for me and you, and we could be fine. Who the hell knows? It's your eyes and your ears and your mouth and your nose, head and your shoulders, your knees and your toes. I dream of this moment. Will it come true? The whole world, they know it. They just waited for me and you. And she, just like I, got her head in the clouds. Don't need to be lower before it's all over. I promise we'll figure it out. I ain't coming down. Why would I need to? So much of this world is above us, baby. They might tell you that I went crazy. I'm just trying to read you. And I know we try, and the days they go by until we get home. There's water in the flowers, let's grow. And people, they lie, but hey, so do I. Until it gets on, there's water in the flowers, let's grow. Let go, let it be, yeah. Let go, let be today. Let go, let be. We're all we need today. Sometimes I get lonely, not when I'm alone, but it's more when I'm standing in crowds that I'm feeling the most on my own. And somebody knows me, I know somewhere there's home. I'm starting to see that all I have to do is get up and go, and I'll keep going, going, going until I'm gone. Gotta keep going, going, going until I'm gone. Hey, I know we try, and the days they go by until we get home. There's water in the flowers, let's grow. And people, they lie, but hey, so do I. Until we get home, there's water in the flowers, let's grow.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.